right, part 2 of these notes. All right, same process. We're going to go ahead and factor the denominator. So we have, it's going to turn into 4x minus 11 over, what are the factors of this? 2x, x, and I want negative 3, and I want negative 1 in the middle, so 3, so positive and negative. Should be 2x minus 3 and x plus 1. These are linear functions, so we're going to write it as a over 2x minus 3 plus b over x plus 1. Somebody asked me yesterday, does order matter? Like, what if you wrote x plus 1 first and then 2x minus 3? Order does not matter, so you can have a over the x plus 1 and b over the 2x minus 3. That is totally fine. As long as you solve for the correct constants on top. You're solving for those numbers in the very end. That's our final answer. So let's go ahead and write this out if you remember. We're going to multiply a times x plus 1. So a times x plus 1 plus b times the other factor, which is 2x minus 3. And that's going to equal this numerator, 4x minus 11. And now we're going to substitute some values. We're going to solve for a and b. So if I solve for a, then I want to figure out what would make this one 0. But I'm going to actually start with this one to solve for b. So what would make a 0? That would have to be x equals negative 1. So 4 times negative 1, negative 4 minus 11 is negative 15. That's going to turn into 0. Negative 2 minus 3 is negative 5b. Divided by negative 5. I'm getting b equals 3. Double check my math. But b equals 3 is what I'm getting here. And now to solve for a, I'm going to have to set this one equal to 0. And that's going to be a 3 halves. Right, set that equal to 0. And so let's plug in 3 halves for x. 4 times 3 halves minus 11 equals a times 3 halves plus 1. All right, 4 divided by 2 is 2 times 3 is 6 minus 11 is negative 5 equals a times, got to get a common denominator, 2 over 2. 3 plus 2 is 5 halves. To get rid of 5 halves, we're going to multiply by the reciprocal, 2 fifths. So multiply this one by 2 fifths. The 5's cancel. We're left with negative 2 equals a. We got it. We got our a, we got our b. Going to rewrite this as our final answer, which will be the a was negative 2 over 2x minus 3 plus 3 over x plus 1. And there you have it. Woo! That's our partial fraction decomposition. There are 2 more examples here at the bottom. Let's do them rather quickly. So it says find the partial fraction decomposition. So we have to break it down and then including solving for the constants. So we're going to solve for a and b. So let's try it. A over x plus b over x plus 3. That's my partial fraction decomposition. Now we're going to write it out as x minus 3 equals a times x plus 3 plus b times x. And then let's plug in negative 3. Negative 3 minus 3 is negative 6. That's going to go to 0, and then negative 3b. Divide by negative 3. b equals 2. b equals 2. Plug in 0. 0 minus 3 is negative 3. 0 plus 3 is 3a plus 0. So now divide by 3. Divide by 3, a equals negative 1. Yeah. So final answer, negative 1 over x plus 2 over x plus 3. Yeah, there it is. Perfect. All right, last example on this page. we're gonna have to look at that quadratic, but we need a factor because the quadratic is factorable. That's a difference of squares. So that's gonna turn into x plus 1 and x minus 1. So this is gonna be a over x plus 1 plus b over x minus 1. Okay, you guys can try that one on your own. Check my key on my website for the answer. I'm gonna move on to the back. All right, last one on the back. Remember, we're skipping page 2, but same thing. It says find the partial fraction decomposition and solve. We want to find the constants. This one's a little different because we are given a linear and a quadratic, but I think this quadratic is factorable. X plus 2 and x plus 3. So let's write that one out. We got 3 linears. So to write this one, it'd be a over x plus 1 plus b over x plus 2 plus c over x plus 3. So a over x plus 1, b over x plus 2, and c over x plus 3. I'm going to set it up for you guys, and then I want you guys to solve it and check my work on my website. That's my puppy in the background again. So I'm going to set it up real quick. Here we go. It'll be x squared minus x, hang on Ruth, minus 8 equals, and we need to multiply a times those 2 pieces, b times those 2 pieces, and c times those 2 pieces. So a times x plus 2 and x plus 3 plus b times, I'm coming, x plus 1, x plus 3, and c plus x plus 1 and x plus 2. Okay, solve that one and check my key on my website. All right, thanks guys.